One more to go. All we've got left now is to go over my Nintendo Switch games. I don't have a lot of them, surprisingly, but again, I hope to increase that number after Christmas with stuff like Age of Calamity, and I know there's a Kirby game I was looking at, and shenanigans. But first, we gotta take a look at the ones I do have. Starting with, hey, I went over this before. Dragon Ball Xenoverse II for the Nintendo Switch is basically Xenoverse 2 with Switch controls. And all the stuff that was in Xenoverse 1 and 2 is now in this game. And this is probably going to be the one version of the game that I LP, because once again, this stupid PS4 and Elgato thing corrupted my footage, and as a result, I would now have to completely play through an entire game and then start a new game, collecting more Dragon Balls to start over. So instead, we're going to do Xenoverse 2 on the Switch. It means I won't be able to make a character to be the avatar for my character or someone to look after, but hey, we'll stick with Goku and all them shenanigans that he has. I'm not doing any DLC for that, though, if I do ultimately do that. Or I might, I don't know. Next up, we got brother and sister games. One last collection of them, because why not? Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's better. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Two birds of the same stone. Not really. There are some differences, but for the most part, standard Pokemon. It's just some Pokemon are harder to get in this one, some are difficult to get in this one, but one of the good things about this game is for the first time in a long time, you don't have to, actually for the first time ever, at least as far as I know, you don't have to just wait to trade with a friend to get a Pokemon, like, say, if you wanted to trade to get a Gengar or a Rhyperior. Now, in this game, you can actually go into the wild area and catch wild Gengars and Rhyperiors, and I don't think Alakazam's in the game. I'm trying to think of other trade. Oh, Dusknoir. Dusknoir, guys. Dusknoir. For the most part, you're not limited to trade. You have to trade the Pokemon to do it, unless there's like some element of the game that I'm missing. And hello, ad for Xbox that I don't want. But for the most part, standard Pokemon journey. You start with your Pokemon. The new thing for this game was Dynamaxing instead of Mega Evolutions. I play Sword on my own on the side, which I use my own specific team for. I use Cinderace. I have a Cinderace, a Vileplume, a Pangoro, Vanillux, Gengar, and my last Pokemon is... What is my last Pokemon in that? I'm trying to think. Corviknight, I'm sorry. I had Corviknight. And I just have not picked that one up in a while. I've tried the LP Shield twice now, and both times first time I wasn't happy with what I was dealing with Elgato, and the second time, all my footage was corrupted thanks to my XD hard drive, was lost thanks to my XD hard drive, external hard drive, not XD hard drive, whatever. Hard drive failures, you get the drill. We will be looking at Shield eventually. Just like we'll be looking at Super Mario Party eventually. Super Mario Party is Mario Party going back to its roots, and you know what? God bless them for it. What you do is basically standard Mario Party. You go around the board trying to collect stars, playing minigames to earn coins, and causing chaos in your wake. This, without a doubt, is Mario Party getting a breath of fresh life brought into it, and getting rid of that stupid train gimmick. I'm so thankful that Mario Party did this, and I enjoy every waking minute that I play this game. Which isn't often, because it's not fun when you don't have anyone to play with. Which is not the case with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which I do play online with Mark Leota very often. Well, not very often. Occasionally. There you go. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is essentially all the DLCs packed into a Switch game. So instead of buying all the stuff all over again, now you can just buy the game all over again. Which I did. And I play. Not with regularity, but on occasion. I'd say one of my top 5 video games I played the most on the Switch. Right up there with the Stick of Truth, one of the Pokemon Sword, and probably the Aladdin and Lion King game we'll get to later. But long story short, very fun game. We will be looking at it in when I do my Mario Kart console tour, which will cover all Mario Kart games minus the mobile ones on the phones and Mario Kart 7. Because I don't have an accessible way to play that game at the moment. Pokemon, let's go Pikachu. What are we going to do with you? A Pokemon game that was both loved and detested when it first came out. Well, it's a mixed bag. On the one hand, you have all the Kanto Pokemon accessible to you, including Mega Evolutions and TMs that are easily accessible with some really powerful moves. On the downside, you have a game that you can't really level up your Pokemon the same way, and you have to catch them with the Pokemon Go gimmicks. It's strange. I will say that. They made a good attempt at remaking the first gen again. Second time they remade them. Third time they've told the same story. Technically fourth if you count Yellow, but I digress. There were 2 versions of this. I only have the one because I only had the patience to get one. And I don't even think I've beaten this game. I think I played it for a little bit and put it down. One of the positives, though, about this is that if you have a copy of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Pokemon Eve or Let's Go Eevee, which is this game's sister, you can get a special Eevee or Pikachu, or both if you want, in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Automatic gifts as long as you have memory of the game on your Switch. Nice. Nifty. Nifty, 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 nifty. Also nifty, Disney Classic Games, Aladdin and the Lion King. This I alluded to back in the Super Nintendo video. These are the 16-bit versions, or 16-bit video games that thrilled people like me back in the 90s. Retellings of both Aladdin and the Lion King. Aladdin uses the Sega version. The Lion King uses both the SNES and Sega versions since they were both made by Virgin. The Aladdin game that I had for the Super Nintendo was made by Capcom. You can play in full 1080p, which is obviously good. Multiple game versions. So you can play the final cut of the Aladdin game. You can also you can also watch the gameplay itself and then pick it up whenever you want. You have behind the scenes looks, you have the soundtrack, you can rewind anytime you want. It's basically the perfect thing for someone like me who loves these games but gets really frustrated at certain parts. Looking at you, be prepared wherever you are. You're not there. Of course you're not. They didn't want to show the evil level. One good thing about the Game Boy game, though, they cut that level out, and I'm very thankful for it. Next up, new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. What is this? Basically a revamped version of New Super Mario Bros. Wii. That was for the Wii U, but has been promoted to the Switch. It's the Deluxe version. You can play as Toadette, who becomes Peachette, which is where the horrible Bowsette things came into being. Terrifying. But, basically, standard Mario side-scrolling platformer. Nothing wrong with that. I've beaten both Mario U and Luigi U since they're both included. And I had fun with it. I'll probably pick this up again whenever I'm done with Mario 3D AllStars. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The game that keeps on giving. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate takes all of the stuff that was good about Smash for the Wii U and amplifies it up to 11 with new characters. Characters that had been in previous games coming back. 70 fighters, 100 plus stages, new game modes, a new campaign mode is introduced. It's not as good as Subspace, but hey, what you gonna do? we're going to take a good look at it anyway when we add this game into our runnings. Imagine this is probably going to... The Smash Anthology is going to come back after Ripto's Rage, I imagine. So, we're going to finish up Birth by Sleep. Then we're going to... do the Mystery Box game. Then we're going to do Ripto's Rage. And then we're going to do this. So, I know people have been waiting for me to get back to this project. Don't worry, I am. Just have your patience with me, kiddies. Won't be long now. Yoshi's Crafted World, a game that I was afraid I was going to hate. Because I hated Yoshi's Story. But you know what? This is a well put together game. And that's pretty much it. It's basically an expanded version of Yoshi's Story. But Yoshi is made of yarn. Yarn. What the hell is an yarn? You dummy. He's made of yarn. In case you couldn't tell. Everything's made of yarn in this world. And bless the yarn for it. Last but not least, Super Mario 3D All-Stars. A compilation of 2 games that I previously mentioned and Super Mario Galaxy. Now, I was hoping for something similar to the Reignited trilogy, where everything was revamped. But hey, I'll take the original Super Mario 64 and the original Sunshine. As long as my frickin' controller doesn't tilt, we'll be in good shape. And we've got Super Mario Galaxy now, so we'll be able to play that soon. Isn't that just peaches and cream? And those are all my video games. Except for the flippin' digital games, which... Let's see if I can remember all the ones I have. It could take a while. And with that note, I'll probably leave it in a comment. So, until we meet again, my lovelies, sayonara for the next collection. I don't know when it's coming. Probably next week.